The education system in the United Kingdom is renowned for its high standards, diverse offerings, and strong emphasis on inclusivity and access. The UK's education system is decentralised, with each of the 4 constituent countries England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland having its own system, curriculum, and governance. Despite these differences, the systems share common principles and structures, ensuring quality education for all. Structure of the education system. Compulsory education in the UK is compulsory for children from the ages of 5 to 18, although this starting age varies slightly between the 4 nations. The education system is divided into several stages. Early years education, ages 0 to 5. Early years education, also known as nursery or preschool, is not compulsory but is widely available and encouraged. It provides a foundation for learning, focusing on social, emotional, and cognitive development. The UK government provides free early education for children aged 3 and 4, and in some cases, 2, for up to 15 to 30 hours per week. Primary education, ages 5 to 11. Primary education is the first stage of compulsory education, starting at age 5 in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and age 4 or 5 in Scotland. It typically lasts for 6 to 7 years, covering key stages 1 and 2, in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, or primary 1 to 7, in Scotland. The curriculum focuses on core subjects such as English, mathematics, and science, as well as foundation subjects like history, geography, and physical education. Secondary education, ages 11 to 16. Secondary education covers the period from ages 11 to 16 and includes key stages 3 and 4, in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, or secondary 1 to 4, in Scotland. The curriculum becomes more specialised, with students taking a broader range of subjects. At the end of Key Stage 4, students in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland typically take General Certificate of Secondary Education (GCSE) exams, while in Scotland, students take the National Fives. Post-16 education, ages 16 to 18. Post-16 education, also known as further education, is for students aged 16 to 18 and is not compulsory in Scotland. In England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, students may choose to pursue academic qualifications like A-levels, vocational qualifications like BTECs, or other forms of training, such as apprenticeships. In Scotland, students can pursue higher and advanced higher qualifications in their 5th and 6th years of secondary education, S5 and S6. Higher education, ages 18 plus. Higher education is provided by universities and other institutions, offering undergraduate and postgraduate degrees, diplomas, and certificates. The UK is home to some of the world's most prestigious universities, such as the University of Oxford, the University of Cambridge, Imperial College London, and the London School of Economics, LSE. Types of schools and institutions. State schools. The majority of students in the UK attend state-funded schools, which provide free education and are funded through taxation. State schools are governed by national and local authorities and must adhere to national curriculum requirements. Comprehensive schools. Comprehensive schools are the most common type of state school in the UK, catering to students of all abilities and backgrounds. These schools offer a broad curriculum and a range of extracurricular activities, ensuring that every child has access to a well-rounded education. Grammar schools. Grammar schools are selective state schools that admit students based on academic performance, usually assessed through an entrance exam known as the 11+. These schools provide an academically focused education and are found mainly in certain parts of England and Northern Ireland. Academies and free schools. Academies are state-funded schools that operate independently of local authority control, giving them more flexibility in terms of curriculum, budget management, and staffing. Free schools are a type of academy set up by groups of parents, teachers, or organizations to provide more choice in education. Both academies and free schools are still accountable to the government and must meet national standards. Faith schools. Faith schools are state-funded schools associated with a particular religion, such as Christianity, Islam, or Judaism. These schools teach the national curriculum but also include religious education and may emphasize particular values or practices associated with their faith. Independent schools, private schools. Independent schools, also known as private or public schools, are privately funded and charge fees for attendance. These schools are not required to follow the national curriculum, although many choose to do so. Independent schools often offer smaller class sizes, enhanced facilities, and a broad range of extracurricular activities. Preparatory schools, or prep schools, provide education for children aged 7 to 13, preparing them for entry into secondary education, particularly at independent or selective schools. Public schools. In the UK, the term public school traditionally refers to prestigious independent secondary schools, such as Eton College, Harrow School, and Winchester College. These schools have a long history, are often boarding schools, and are known for their academic excellence and strong alumni networks. Special Educational Needs (SEN) schools. SEN schools provide specialized support and education for children with special educational needs or disabilities. These schools offer tailored learning environments, individualized education plans, IEPs, and support services to help students reach their full potential. Some SEN schools are state-funded, while others operate independently. Further education. FE colleges provide education and training for students aged 16 and above, including A-levels, vocational qualifications, apprenticeships, and adult learning courses. These institutions play a crucial role in bridging the gap between secondary and higher education and offer pathways for those seeking practical skills, qualifications, or career development. Higher education system. Universities and degree programs. The UK has a rich tradition of higher education, with over 130 universities offering a wide range of undergraduate and postgraduate programs. The higher education sector is known for its academic rigor, research excellence, and global appeal. Undergraduate degrees. Undergraduate degrees in the UK typically take 3 years to complete, although some courses, such as engineering or languages, may take 4 years. Scotland's undergraduate degrees generally last 4 years. Students choose from a wide range of subjects and may study single or combined honours degrees. Postgraduate degrees. Postgraduate education includes taught master's programs, e.g., MA, MSc, MPhil, research degrees, e.g., PhD, DPhil, and professional qualifications, e.g., PGCE, MBA. Master's programs usually last 1 to 2 years, while PhD programs typically take 3 to 4 years to complete. Specialized institutions. In addition to traditional universities, the UK has several specialized institutions, such as conservatories, e.g., Royal Academy of Music, business schools, e.g., London Business School, and art schools, e.g., Royal College of Art, which provide specialized education and training in specific fields. Quality assurance and accreditation. The UK higher education system is known for its high standards and quality assurance. The Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education, QAA, monitors and evaluates higher education institutions to ensure they meet rigorous standards for teaching, learning, and research. University rankings and global reputation. UK universities are consistently ranked among the best in the world in global university rankings, such as the QS World University Rankings, Times Higher Education World University Rankings, and Academic Ranking of World Universities, ARWU. These rankings reflect the UK's commitment to academic excellence, innovation, and research impact. Tuition fees and financial aid. Tuition fees for higher education in the UK vary depending on the institution, course, and student status, home, EU, or international. Undergraduate fees for home students are capped at £9,250 per year in England, with different fee structures in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. International students usually pay higher fees. Student loans and financial support. The UK government offers student loans and financial support to help cover tuition fees and living costs. Loans are repaid after graduation once the student earns above a certain threshold. Scholarships, grants, and bursaries are also available from universities, charities, and other organisations to support students from disadvantaged backgrounds or those with exceptional academic or sporting abilities. Curriculum and assessment. National curriculum. The national curriculum in the UK sets out the subjects and content to be taught in schools, ensuring a broad and balanced education for all students. While the curriculum varies across the 4 nations, core subjects like English, mathematics, and science are mandatory, along with foundation subjects such as history, geography, art, music, and physical education. Key stages in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Key Stage 1, ages 5 to 7, focuses on basic literacy, numeracy, and foundational subjects. Key Stage 2, ages 7 to 11, expands on literacy, numeracy, and introduces more specialized subjects. Key Stage 3, ages 11 to 14, provides a broad curriculum, preparing students for more focused study in Key Stage 4. Key Stage 4, ages 14 to 16, focuses on GCSE subjects, with students choosing options based on their interests and future aspirations. Key Stage 5, ages 16 to 18, post-16 education, leading to A-levels, BTECs, or other qualifications. Curriculum for Excellence in Scotland. Scotland follows the Curriculum for Excellence, which emphasises a holistic approach to learning, covering early years through to senior phase, ages 3 to 18. It is designed to develop 4 key capacities in learners: successful learners, confident individuals, responsible citizens, and effective contributors. Assessment and examinations. Assessments and examinations play a vital role in the UK education system, measuring student progress and attainment. Standardised testing. In England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, students take standardised tests at the end of key stages, including SATs, standard assessment tests, in primary school, and GCSEs at the end of secondary school. In Scotland, students take national 4 and 5 qualifications, followed by higher and advanced higher exams. A-levels and other post-16 qualifications. A-levels, advanced level, are the most common qualification for university entry in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Students typically choose 3 to 4 subjects to study over 2 years, with exams taken at the end of the second year. Scotland offers higher and advanced higher qualifications, which are equivalent to A-levels. Challenges facing the education system. Funding and resources. Funding remains a critical issue for schools and higher education institutions across the UK. Budget constraints, rising costs, and increasing demand for services have placed pressure on resources, affecting the quality of education and support available to students. School funding. While funding for schools is allocated by central and local governments, many schools face challenges related to staff shortages, aging infrastructure, and limited access to technology. Efforts are underway to address funding gaps, invest in school buildings, and improve digital access. Higher education funding. Higher education institutions face funding challenges, particularly in the wake of Brexit, which has affected research funding, EU student numbers, and international collaborations. Universities are exploring new revenue streams, such as international recruitment, partnerships, and online learning. Educational inequality. Despite the UK's commitment to equitable education, disparities persist in access, attainment, and outcomes based on socio-economic status, ethnicity, and geography. Socio-economic disparities. Students from disadvantaged backgrounds are less likely to achieve high grades, attend prestigious universities, or access enrichment opportunities. The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated these inequalities, with concerns about the impact of remote learning, digital access, and mental health. Regional inequalities. Educational outcomes vary across regions, with students in some parts of the country facing greater challenges due to factors like poverty, lack of resources, or limited access to high-quality schools. Impact of COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly impacted the UK education system, necessitating rapid adaptations and posing new challenges. School closures and remote learning. School closures during the pandemic required a swift transition to remote learning, highlighting disparities in digital access and exacerbating existing inequalities. Many students face challenges related to limited access to devices, connectivity, and support. Assessment and exams disruption. The cancellation of exams, including GCSEs, A-levels, and Scottish Highers, created uncertainty for students, teachers, and universities. New assessment methods, such as teacher-assessed grades, were introduced, but concerns remain about fairness, consistency, and long-term impacts on student outcomes. Mental health and well-being. The pandemic has affected students' mental health and well-being, with increased anxiety, stress, and isolation. Schools and universities have introduced new support measures, such as mental health counseling, well-being programs, and peer support networks. Recent developments and future directions. Digital education and technology. The UK is increasingly embracing digital education and technology to enhance learning, improve access, and address challenges such as remote learning and personalised education. EdTech and online learning platforms. The government and educational institutions are investing in EdTech, such as online learning platforms, digital resources, and virtual classrooms. These tools aim to support blended learning, improve student engagement, and offer flexible learning opportunities. Digital literacy and skills. There is a growing focus on digital literacy, coding, and STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, education to prepare students for the digital economy. Initiatives like the National Centre for Computing Education, NCCE, aim to improve digital skills and ensure students are ready for future careers. Curriculum reforms and inclusivity. The UK is continually updating its curriculum to reflect changing societal needs, technological advancements, and global challenges. Emphasis on skills and creativity. Curriculum reforms are focused on developing a broad set of skills, including critical thinking, creativity, problem-solving, and emotional intelligence. There is also a push to include more diverse perspectives, histories, and cultures in the curriculum. Support for disadvantaged and SEND students. Schools and colleges are implementing targeted support measures for disadvantaged students and those with special educational needs and disabilities, SEND. This includes additional funding, specialized staff training, and tailored interventions to improve outcomes. Higher education adaptation and international collaboration. The UK higher education sector is adapting to a rapidly changing global landscape, seeking to maintain its competitive edge and reputation for excellence. Post-Brexit strategy. With the end of the Brexit transition period, UK universities are focusing on diversifying international recruitment, forming new partnerships, and seeking alternative sources of research funding. The government has introduced the Turing Scheme, a global student exchange program to replace the EU's Erasmus Plus scheme. Focus on research and innovation. The UK is committed to maintaining its position as a global leader in research and innovation. Investments in research infrastructure, collaboration, and funding initiatives aim to drive scientific discovery, technological advancement, and social progress. Addressing mental health and well-being. There is increasing recognition of the importance of mental health and well-being in education, with schools and universities taking steps to provide better support. Well-being programs. Schools and universities are implementing well-being programs, mindfulness sessions, peer support networks, and mental health counseling services to support students' emotional health. Government initiatives. The UK government has introduced initiatives such as the Transforming Children and Young People's Mental Health Green Paper, which aims to improve mental health support in schools, train more counsellors, and ensure early intervention. The education system in the United Kingdom continues to evolve, adapting to new challenges, opportunities, and societal needs. Through investment in digital education, inclusivity, curriculum reform, and mental health support, the UK aims to provide high-quality, accessible education for all, preparing students for future success in an increasingly complex and interconnected world.